Hello YouTubers, today's topic is on the rear differential lock of a tractor. Come on over and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And there's an ugly little lever. See that little lever? And what that's for, a lot of people don't realize. The back wheels of the tractor, when you put it in four-wheel drive or even when it's in two-wheel drive, technically there's only one wheel that got power from the transmission going to the wheel. Lots of times if you get stuck, you'll look behind and say, this wheel's spinning, that one over there is not, or vice versa. The reason why is because these two axles or wheels are independent from each other. The reason they're independent from each other is because if these two were locked in all the time and you went to make a turn, well, you have to think about what happens when you make a turn. When you make a turn to the left, the outside wheel has to go twice or three times as quick to catch up as the machine is turning. So this one here is going to be the one that's going to have the power. Same thing, if you turn right, it's always going to be one wheel freewheeling, so that way you're allowed to take the turn. What would happen if they were both locked up? You would have a very time turning because everything would start to bind. The wheel on the outside, whichever way you were turning, wouldn't be able to catch up, and you'd get this jumping sensation, which could possibly damage the rear differential. We don't want that to happen. So I've always had a pet peeve with tractors. And my pet peeve is related to this lever. I'll show you. So say you're in a stuck situation. You want to get over here, Kathy, and show them that lever? If you're in a stuck situation and you want to use your lock, when you push down on this and you keep your foot on it, it puts power to both wheels. It locks both rear axles. Okay, Kathy, you can show me a bit there now. They don't want to see my ugly foot. Boy, she goes right by the rules.
Well, I'm telling you.
So what happens is when you push down on this, you have to keep your foot on it. And people complain, well, the spring is too tight, and I got to push real hard, and it creates another problem. If people aren't blessed being heavy as I am, there's an occupant switch in the seat. So lots of times you got a little feathery fella operating it. He has to put his hands on the steering wheel, and he has to push down on this, and his arse comes off the seat, and what happens? The occupancy switch clicks and shuts the tractor off.
Oh, not good.
Now when you're in a bad situation and you're stuck, and your tractor is shutting off, and you're kind of upset with yourself that you didn't need enough to work this properly, you're having a bad day. What this does is when you back up or when you go ahead and you get stuck, it's a really good aid to have when you want to get yourself out of trouble. So technically, you keep your foot on it and you move her and you look back, and your two wheels are going to be helping you now, and you got a much better chance to get out because you got two wheels pulling instead of one. The other thing is, you can't make a turn with it. So when you get up so far, you take your foot off it, you slow down, and you'll hear a click where it'll come out. It's done its job. Now people would say to me, hey Paul, can you design that thing where you can actually lock it in? Well, I could design it where you could lock it in, but the problem is if you forget to unlock it, you could do some serious damage with the differential. I don't want any part of that. For me personally, I have trouble getting my big pontoon foot on that little lever. So I've come up with a remedy. When we come back, we're going to show you the remedy. This, folks, is the remedy. If you look in there now and you see that lever, well, this here, what I got built here now, is actually going to give you some more leverage. So you can stay there, Kathy. We're going to put this on. I scraped away some of the paint and some of the primer because this is a pretty tight fit for this collar. It goes on with a set screw, and what was I going to say? Yeah, it goes on with a set screw, and it just slides on like this. And then you take your 1/8 Allen key. I got to get my ugly mug in there in the way. I didn't hear you arguing.
I'm just paying attention here.
Okay. And that solves the problem.
Wow, problem solved indeed.
That looks pretty cool, eh?
That looks
now,
real cool.
Let me get up there. In other words, get out of the way.
Translation.
You still have lots of room. This particular tractor has a clutch. They don't have clutches anymore. It takes up very little real estate on the floor. It's color matched with all the levers. They're all orange. That had to be orange. There's grip tape on it, so your footy print can't slip. And much easier. You don't have to go looking for that lever. You don't have to have your heel up against the body of the tractor.
You can feel for it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it gives you a lot more leverage.
Isn't it?
The big word, isn't it? Leverage.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. That's almost up there with marmalade.
Almost.
Yeah. So there it is. That's our extender for our rear differential lock arm.
I'm like, okay, hey, Lydia.
So folks, we're going to have that on our website shortly. It's pretty well a 1-minute installation. It's pretty well built for a lifetime, and it works well. When you buy this from us, we're going to supply some emery cloth, which is like a sandpaper. It's going to be a little bit of it there, and that'll aid you to take the first, say, inch of paint and primer off of that rod that comes out. If you're wondering about that rod, by the way, and you're wondering if this will fit your tractor, it certainly has to have the same design rod, of course. But a quick measurement, hang on now, I'll take this off. As fast as that.
Oh,
Just pause that and I'll be back in a second. I'm back.
You're back.
A foolproof way to know if that's going to fit your tractor is that's a 14mm or a 9/16 rod. Just take a 9/16 wrench or a 14mm wrench. If it fits, you don't even need to use a measuring tape.
Oh, that's good.
It will work.
Yeah.
And that's it. So isn't that super cool?
It is.
Why couldn't Kubota do that? Because they probably will now. We got it done.
No, because we need to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Kubota, for not doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, it's really hard to take a fantastic machine and make mods to it. But there's always little things that gets left out.
Well, that's right. The operator discovers
You know.
something useful.
And of course, this is what, almost 10 years old?
Yes.
So I've had 10 years to complain about it. And I finally did something about it. The 60 series is going to be the same.
It's never too late.
Now, the 60 series is going to be the same.
Okay, perfect.
And we know that the 40 series is. I think that across the board, they're probably all going to be the same. But just check your tractor, make sure it looks like that, and make sure that it's a 9/16 or a 14mm, and you're away to the races. Thanks for your interest. Hope you learned a little something about differential locks. And we have no snow.
No snow.
No snow.
Beautiful.
Christmas Day, no snow. We had one little bit of a storm. I wasn't even going to do the driveway, but kind of felt guilty. Tractor in the shop. Everybody going around saying he's too lazy to do his driveway now. But anyway, there it is. So folks, I hope your winter is going well. I hope you're staying safe with this COVID-19 stuff. Hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Let's keep her cool. Let's get her done. Let's get healthy, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. You'll see you'll see this on the website. And for those who are watching this that don't know us, we modify tractors. We have many accessories now on our website for different Kubota tractors. So check it out. The link is going to be in the video description. Please give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't. That way, if you subscribe and you hit the little bell, you get to see the video as soon as it comes up, because you'll get notification of it. With that, it's a little bit chilly, and it's dinner time. So by the time we get this uploaded and that, we'll be done for today. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. God bless.